Welcome back to Brian's podcast. What I'm going to reveal to you is Epstein, but not only that, but Epstein's circle and what they've done there. And this is something that everybody needs to know because there's some really bad people and high up people that are involved. This is educational purposes only. Here we go. Hey everybody. There's a problem here with this video. It has music on it, so YouTube will take it down. But I want you all to see this, what this is called, and you have to see this. This is very, very important for everybody. This is the guy that played Jesus for Mel Gibson movie, and his name is Jim Carvell. And it's called Breaks Down, Revealing What Happened to Kids on Epstein Island, Young Skin Secrets. And the podcaster's shocked. Look that up so that way you can see it for yourself. We'll go through this a little bit, but I got the volume way down because they got music in it and they will take it down. So let's talk about this. So this is here, he's talking about the movie Freedom. I don't know how many people you've seen that or not. That's a must-see too. But behind this, he's exposing the most powerful in Hollywood, politicians, etc. But he's talking about also how you got to cut the head off because this system has like an octopus, like 8 legs. So you have to cut the head off first. Sounds familiar? Yeah, Rosie McDonald, she's talking about what they're doing too. They're eating little ones. This is something that's everybody has to see. You might not want to see it. But if you don't see it, how are you going to recognize it? Yeah, he played Jesus Christ. And they told him, these elites told him if they do these movies that they're doing in 3 years, they're going to wipe them out. And they were the only ones that stepped up and done the movies. Is Mel Gibson and Jim, and they're not going to stop because they want this to all stop. And he was over doing a movie, I think it was in South Africa, and they were trying to sell them kids there. I mean, their own people. It's really bad. There, he just said it right there. If you do this thing, you're going to be out in 3 years. They told him flat out. And these are some very high up people that you all have been watching for quite some time. Oprah, yeah, she's the gatekeeper to Epstein. She's a great actor. She portrays to be this great person. Wow, look at those people, huh? Yeah, Bill Clinton. Yeah. All them people. I commend this guy. He's standing up against all this, and there's Oprah over in Africa, doing you know what. Like I said, she's a gatekeeper. She's bringing them in. and nobody sees nothing. They got lawsuits and everything, and the media is not going to cover it because they got control over that. She's a nasty, nasty woman. If you want to call her a woman, she's more like a Satanist. What a scumball! And look, even the kids don't even know how bad she is. But yeah, she's a. Well, there's another one, Ellen DeGenerate. She's a very, very evil person, and everybody just fell for all her crap. Matter of fact, it's questionable what happened to her lover or girlfriend or what you want to call her. She ended up dying in a car accident. How convenient. From what I understand, they were afraid. Yeah, they had some whistleblowers. But I advise you guys to check out this video. It's like 16 minutes long, but there's a lot of information in it. And it tells you a lot of top people that were involved, which, like I said, you got to cut off the head to this monster that they got going on, because they bribe people to do bad things or get them on things, and they have them doing like they'll be eating the wrong things too, and they won't even know it. But when they find out, they're in the group and they don't even know it. They're pretty much just kind of suckered into it. And what can they do? They can't deny that they didn't participate. And that's where it went wrong. A lot of these people got suckered into it. Probably didn't want to be doing it, but they're suckered into it, and they're part of it. But yeah, what a freak. I mean, look at her. She just thinks she's it. And you even heard people that worked there for her. They said she was a really nasty person. Here she is on. She's a two-faced because she's real nice, on the TV and everything, and funny. And then behind the scenes, she's pretty much of a monster. Very close to Diddy. Oh yeah, she's crazy about Diddy. Their slogan is, nobody destroys the circle that doesn't consume them. So that means, basically, if you rat on us, you're ratting on yourself. And this is where it all lies. And this is where it's, basically all these people are involved. And, that's where Jeffrey Epstein pretty much mastered that, where he just suckered people in and bribed them, and he even did it to billionaires, where he got them on doing something really bad and solicited money from them and everything. How else would he have bought this island, right? Who owns an island? He's a dirtbag. I mean, I've done a video on him, and I compare him a lot to Jeffrey Dahmer, which also ate people. So maybe he's in the same clique. I don't know. But, intelligent guy, but he's a Satanist, and he's very, very evil. But here he is in court over something stupid. I think he was doing something really bad, and they should have gave him a lot of years. And so if the judges aren't going to do their job, what are you going to do? I mean, they're all involved. Judges, yeah, Masons, Yeah, she had a role to play. I mean, she's a billionaire, yeah. But she had also another job where she was trusted. A lot of people trusted her, and she did a lot of terrible things to in Africa and probably a lot of other places, and she was bringing them in for these people. Yeah, Harvey Weinstein. Yeah, he's a real loser. But these people are all in the same circle, and that's why I say look at this video because you're gonna get a bird's eye view of what's going on. I wish I could play it for you, but it's got music in it, and I don't want this to come down, but I want this information to get out. So, um, definitely look this video up. It's on YouTube, and it came out like 2 hours ago. And get a look-see and spread it. This was her girlfriend, Ellen's girlfriend. This is what happens to people that want to rat them out. And then their relationship ended because that girl started realizing that, man, she's involved in some nasty stuff. So what happened? She got in a car accident, high speed, and died. How convenient for Ellen. Pretty much what happens to people that don't cooperate and are not in a circle. If they think that something's gonna happen, they're gonna get you. Just like Cappy. Cappy was exposing all of them, and he did that for a little while. I did some videos on him, and they were actually really good videos. He put some, Tom Hanks and all of them out there, man. And all of a sudden, you seen the video where he was on a bridge and just jumped off and got hit by a car down below underneath the bridge. And I still say there's something going on with that. Something's not right. Because when you see the video, he looks more like a, it didn't look like Cappy. I'm not sure what it was, but yeah. But if you're not in the circle, yeah, they usually off you. Yeah, and Epstein, he now after you've seen that video, I want you to go to this. I want you to watch this, or go to this. I would watch this, because this is the full video, and it's telling you the world's not being run by humans, and he's going to tell you who is actually running the show. Okay, here we go.
Who are describing non-human entities in the unseen, which is almost what isn't unseen to the humans in the way that I've just described. Many taking a reptilian form. And that has passed through the ages. And then you meet people in places like America, because once you start talking about this, you become someone that people will give information to, because they can see a way of getting out to the public arena, because you won't think they're crazy. And they're telling you the same. You know, people who've been in mind control projects, people who've been in government projects, who've interacted with these entities in underground bases. And they're describing what the ancients described. When you've got this man who's unfortunately just died in his 90s, William Tompkins, writing a book in 2015, describing how he was seconded in 1942 into a top secret naval intelligence operation in America, based at the naval base at San Diego, where his role, or the role of that organization, was to interact with non-human entities. And he produces documents, he produces pictures of people he was with to support what he claims. And he's saying world governments are controlled by a reptilian non-human race. I've been saying that since the 90s. And he's
royal family reptiles.
Well, let's look at how it works. First of all, these entities operate in the unseen, overwhelmingly in the unseen. Because we, like I said earlier, live in a frequency band, a band of frequency. Anything beyond that frequency we can't see, we're not aware of. And, people have no trouble accepting that the old analog system of radio and television stations are different frequencies sharing the same space without interfering with each other unless they're really close on the dial. The analog system, BBC One and ITV and CNN, they're sharing the same space, but they're just on different frequencies, and the television picks up different frequencies as you change the channel. Well, in the same way, worlds or realities, it's a better term, are sharing the same space without interfering with each other unless they're very close on the dial. And at that point where they're close on the dial and there is some form of interaction, that's what we call ghosts and paranormal activity. And so these, not just reptilian but other non-human entities, are operating just outside of the human sight. And they have to have vehicles within our frequency band, within our world, that represent their interests, that are basically vehicles for them to manipulate our society. And so particular bloodlines were created that are hybrids, part reptilian, not always reptilian, but part reptilian, part human, which is the origin of the royal aristocratic bloodline, a whole order of the ages. The ancient Chinese emperors used to claim the right to be emperor because of their descendants from the serpent gods. And the reason that these royal bloodlines and aristocratic bloodlines have incessantly, obsessively interbred is because they're holding this hybrid genetic program. And for a long time, they ruled because they were the special bloodline. What is it? Just down the road from us now in London, we have a head of state, even today, who is head of state because of her bloodline. The Queen. If she was a different bloodline, she might be cleaning the throne, not sitting on it. This is the nonsense of it. Why are you queen? Because someone had sex with someone and that person was born first, therefore they're the monarch. Sorry, I thought we lived in a civilized society with some form of intelligence. What's going on? But across much of the world, as humanity started to awaken a bit more from its civility to these royal bloodlines, they couldn't sustain it any longer. And so the royal in-your-face control started to disperse. It's still around in some areas, like we still have a monarchy in here and the Commonwealth countries, but lots of countries have disappeared. But these bloodlines didn't. And their sense of being special and being, quote, royal never ended either. And so they moved into the dark suit professions of banking, of politics, of all the dark suit professions, government administration, etc. And they've gone on running the show ever since, while not being overtly royal. And of course, what happened with the so-called Great British Empire, or these other European empires, is these bloodlines went all over the world, and they imposed themselves in the North America, in South America, in Australia, all over the world. And they've gone on controlling ever since. But when you look at the situation from just a general population perspective, everything seems to be unconnected. People seem to be unconnected. But when you go deep into the shadows, they're not unconnected.
You're probably thinking to yourself, what does one part have to do with the other part? Well, let's go over this. The first one is telling you the evilness in our system and their minions. They're low down the chain. Even though to us, they're Hollywood and we think they're high up on the chain, but there's much higher. And what David Icke is telling you on the second pod is, and I advise everybody to go see David Icke. Check him out. He'll catch you up real quick. And he's telling you about hybrids that are here now, that are running your country, that are in high positions, and it goes even higher. It goes even higher. And everybody that we think is high up here, like Hollywood and everybody, they're just minions. They're just doing what they're told. They're just the little people. And David Icke was talking about different frequencies. Humans can only see a certain frequency. That's the 3, the 4, the 5. I mean, it goes in so many dimensions. I think there's 12 or more. There might be 20. I'm not sure. And we're down there like 3, 4, and then we want to go to 5. And that's why we can't see these reptilians, basically, is what David Icke's saying. So anyway, educational purposes only. And hey, love you, subscribe, and let's spread some content.